looks like we are into the final round. We will be starting off with RDU, of course.
And I will take a look at Miss Bowers and Benron.
Yes, the extra 5 points really helped them make it to the. I'm so trolling. Sorry.
So we see patchwork for Miss Bowers if she wants it.
Yeah, I would. Do they? Will they skip to the script, or will they realize the curse of the patchwork and avoid that?
He took Marin.
They took Marin. Okay. So we do have for RDU, he has started Denatrius, which is pretty good. Phelan, Voon, Millhouse. Teammate is going with ETC, 7 armor ETC, so fairly low. Going with 8 armor Sire, so they're only going to have 15 armor as a base for the RDU Super JD team, and they've been doing pretty well, so we'll see if they make it up. I'm not a super big fan of ETC personally. I just think it's very risky for the low armor that you're picking up, but maybe they can get the hits and start getting some big minions.
I think you're on the wrong source, by the way.
Oh, am I? You're right. Here we go. Thank you for fixing that real quick. Alright, so the cry for help into tombs with a nightmare. That's not bad. Play 6 battle cries is not that hard. Or timeline acceleration 5 in Naga's Ellie's is also not that hard.
So the only problem with double death rattle is it
kind of forces
locks you into playing Beatles. With
but with double death rattle, I can kind of see it. He's going for it too. Okay, you can also go Nagas. With the death rattle Naga. Every time you play first spells. I mean, if it's giving you like 200 to your Nagas, it's kind of okay. So you can stay down with the Naga start, and then once your teammate gets you that tier 4 Naga, or so then you're huge, right? Like I can kind of see that strategy also working out. So there's some lines. That's all I'm saying. There's some lines.
Maybe with the Goldrin buff, it's playable with Goldrin.
Right, Goldrin's 4/4 instead of 3/3 now. So
yeah, we'll have to see what they can do with it.
Yeah, there's definitely potential. I don't think it's only Beatles that you have to do. I think there's more. But even with Beatles, if you have double death rattle with Beatles, it's not that bad as well. So
yeah, if you can find the right pieces.
Yeah.
The problem is we've seen so far in these lobbies, and it's only going to ramp up in the finals. I would assume
Beatles just get murdered.
The Beatles just they can't scale fast enough to keep up with the amount of power that people are putting on their boards.
Yeah, so next turn is really important for Super JJ. He gets the hero power with his buddy and see if they get the dragon one. So the one you're really, really looking for is the 6/3, which is the 5/3. It's a 6/3 dragon that will transform your left to the minion +1 tier. So you'll gain 1 tier, and the nice thing is you can go up to tier 7 with it, so it gives you access to some of those unique tier 7 minions that are really powerful. So we'll see if he hits it or if he whiffs it. So he also gets a hasty, so he can fully commit. He does not hit it, so this is the issue. This is why I don't particularly like this here. Now you're going to be a turn behind regardless. But it's still, if you get a next turn, it's okay.
Yeah. Illidari is like the next best thing, though.
Yeah, there's a couple of okay hits on 2, but it's just like not a winning strategy is the biggest issue there. Teammates is just buying battle cries, it seems. Has bought 1 so far, so still needs to buy 5 more. Does have a Skyfin, so can take advantage of the battle cry he's buying, and the gunner did hit poison, which is pretty good. So overall, not a worse thing. Oh, does not go for Illidari, goes for Tentacle. Just Super JJ, big Tentacle fan apparently. So we'll see how that works for him.
I guess with Turtle, I kind of see it tempo wise.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Ooh, that is a board. Holy.
Yeah, Jeef is cooking.
No, the Galliwix has a ridiculous board on turn 3. It's gonna deal 10 damage. Wow.
I haven't seen it.
Am I sharing still or no?
You're not, I believe.
Well, you're gonna see it in your matchup.
Yeah, we'll take a look at what this Galley. I mean, it is Goya Galley, right? So
yeah,
there is potential though. Galliwix usually pops off a little bit later, but Goya can kind of make everyone cheat. I've not seen this bartender by the way before either, so that's kind of cool. Are you using a cool bartender skin as well? Are you really looking for those battle cries, but probably just gonna take the Skyfin pair? Makes sense. Could pass passing the recruitment, trying to hit the battle cry that way.
big tentacle fan.
Alright, so Super JJ does hit the Varanus, which is the very core ETC card. This is the reason you go ETC. If you don't hit this, you're kind of screwing yourself pretty much, but does hit it, so things are looking back up for him. And does get Swamp Striker from the recruitment, which isn't that great, so we'll see
how
now.
much damage they take here, though.
Yeah. How strong is the Gallywix? The Gallywix is kind of strong, okay. Yeah, that's a tough board to beat. That is a really tough board to beat, huh?
Poison does help, though, for sure. It took out a lot of stats.
But it's not enough, right? Unless the Goya has literally no board, they're still taking pretty much 15.
So the Goya has no board, to be honest.
Okay. So they are not taking 15. They take 9. Still a decent amount to be. They're at 21 now, right? Everyone else is above 30. Yeah. I mean, that's the risk you take when you have such a low armor base start, right? ETC with like 7 and Sire with 8, so you really don't have a lot.
Sire is still only 1 out of 6 for their quest.
2 out of 6 now, so. Ooh. Things are looking up. Yeah, but yeah, 2 out of 6 is rough. It's so rough because it's hard for ETC to help, right? Because ETC is just like hero powering, getting buddies. So it's not a very synergistic combo where it's like, oh, I'm gonna be generating battle cries to send to you. It's like, oh, I have to hero power, and then the likelihood I get a battle cry is not that high. There's Brand Epic Egg though. There's Brand Epic Egg. Wait a minute. Does that double trigger or no? No, it doesn't. But Epic Egg could be good. Skipping it, going for the Storm Pike. Okay.
Yeah, the problem is you would have to also pass the egg.
Yeah, I mean, you could sell the... Okay, you can't really sell it that much. And
yeah, you're evolving.
You can play it and just like have it be a gold you reuse every turn. Damn, this poison is doing a lot of work in this fight.
It really is. Yeah. Like, the last 2 fights, honestly, it's done quite a bit of work.
Poison's kind of good, some would tell me. I don't listen, but they keep telling me.
Now that said, not sure if it's gonna matter.
This Varanus is just not helping, right? Like it got a 2/2 into a 1/2. Yeah. He's kind of strong. Wait, if you go right, yeah, you tie, don't you? You do. Wow, that's incredible. That's so important that they tie there. You can't buy you have to buy battle cries. You can't buy non-battle cries for you here. If you took Brand's Epic Egg, you definitely take you're definitely under 15 here, so it's good that they went full tempo. He's just looking for battle cries, but just not hitting them. Okay, finds the second one. Going for that instead of the bubble gunner. Oh no, they're thinking about it at least, because they're still holding the previous
right
shield. So that's why I'm like, So he's at 4 now. So hopefully next turn they trigger.
Yeah, he still needs 2 more.
Still needs 2 more. There's a triple bubble gunner though on Super JJ's board that he can set up. Technically, if he really, really wanted to, he could send both, but I think that's too expensive. This Thorn is pretty good if he wants to get a free random card. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
They're gonna take a 4.
Skipping Nomi. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. So still just holding on to these shields. Just doesn't want to use them yet.
You could make the argument to freeze for the 2-3 as well if you think you need the tempo with it being double death rattled.
I feel like what's happening here is we're thinking about what we have and we're not thinking about like, oh, next turn I'm gonna get this big power spike. I think we're just like, okay, I just need to get strong now, look for something strong now. Because you still need to roll into the battle cries.
Yeah, I mean, you only need one battle cry, but like they're desperately trying to keep cap here, which I understand.
Yeah.
You don't want to drop below cap turn 7.
It's so close, but they do get to drop, yeah. Yeah, it's rough because you're finally in the finals, right? So you really want to do well in your first game here, but
yeah,
they've put themselves in a rough position now. They do finally have their double death rattle. Now, can they find a direction with this? They have the Moose, they have a Nightbane, so that's a lot of stats. But is it enough, right? Can they find direction? They're both on 3, which is like not great.
That's a really bad spot.
Yeah. They do have a Macaw if they want to pass that, because they could do Macaw Nightbane, which is like kind of reasonable. But other than that, like I don't think they're ever going to be able to afford beast stuff. So it looks like Goldrun would be the nuts, right? Like from this spot, considering that they don't have another clear direction. There's a Spiral of Air, gives Divine Shield.
How do you get to Goldrun when you're both on 3?
Yeah, I agree. I'm saying like that's why it would be the nuts, because it's quite impossible to get from here. But I think Beetles don't get you there, and I don't think they were leading into the Naga scaling either. So you're kind of relying on this one. They're not passing the Macaw though, so they're playing it themselves. Okay.
Yeah, they could have passed the Macaw and the.
Okay, so there is a Varanus, right? That is one of the ways to do it. Like maybe Varanus into pass.
Right.
Oh, they hit the. They need to live here, but they hit the. Sell it for 2 tier 6. Yeah, King Varian.
That's how you get your.
That's
Goldrun.
how you do it. Yeah. And if they can get Goldrun from here, they're actually okay. So this is a really important fight for them. They're kind of strongish with the shields, though.
They're facing a team that took 15 last turn, so.
Right. I think they're not dead. I think there's 100% they're not dead. So.
I think they just win.
Yeah, true. They don't even need the second board. Wow, what the hell? They don't look that strong. What is going on? All right, so big sell here. We'll see what the variant gives them. They're on tier 3, guys. They're cheating. No Goldrun for the first hit. What do you take here though? Murkai, Silavos. It's not Groundbreaker because it doesn't help you. So it's.
I mean, Silavos is pretty bad on Tavern 3.
Yeah, on Tavern 3, exactly.
There's like no Murkai's energy at all though.
Didn't hit the Goldrun, so this is horrible. This is their only hope. Well, not their only hope.
Yeah, you're probably evolving one of these 6s into another 7.
Into another, yeah, probably. I would have went double Silavos, but he's passing the Theo. Okay. To try to buff I guess trying to buff the Nightbane is what they're looking at.
That's reasonable, yeah.
Yeah. Because it is double.
Such a weird spot. Like, do you level to 4 here?
He did. The ballers are. That's a weird bug, by the way. There's a cleave, but I guess he's not interested. Just gonna try to cycle normal types. There's no normal type here. There's the 3/5 if he wants it. There's also the 3/2 if he wants it. So he can. Well, he needs one more gold technically. Honestly, the Bird Buddy's not even. It's not good though. It's not, but it's not horrible either.
Yeah, I mean.
Mantic King is reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the issue, right? They're playing defensively here. They're not looking for like Goldrun, but I mean they tried, right? They just didn't hit it. So what can you do, right? Like at this point.
Hit a Murgle, but has nothing in his hand.
Oh, he has a Murgle? Ooh, okay. It's still poison. Like,
Yeah.
poison
Yeah.
is just very strong to have.
It's a guaranteed fight win.
Yeah. If that Murgle was just slightly later. But that's just a minion you can keep, right? So that's kind of the value of ETC there, getting you something you can just keep. So we're still alive. We're still alive to fight another day, but it is getting scary. We do have the
That said, there's a
wow.
lot of teams under cap right now.
Wow. That the Gallywix side was in fourth place. They jumped all the way to first.
They got armor.
Yeah, and everyone else is on 14. Literally all three of the other teams were all on 14.
Yeah.
Kind
So
of
the
crazy.
Gallywix was in last place at 11 HP, and now are they the literal only ones who can't die this turn?
Yeah. Kind of impressive.
The power of armor.
It's a little unfair, some would say. So, not the craziest Death Rattle combo board, but I'll allow it. There's a baby Nazoth. Whoa, this baby Nazoth. Do you golden the Nightbane then?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you sell though? What do you sell to golden Nightbane? This the Skyfin? You could even sell the Theo, but it seems a little weird.
It's probably the Skyfin.
It's probably the Skyfin.
Honestly, it could be Theo as well, but it depends how all in you want to go here, right? Because like this game is probably over in like 2 turns.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Thing, yeah, because I mean, like,
the thing is, the Nazoth is like will buff with the Theo, right? So you sell the Skyfin, and then you guarantee the 3 targets. So I kind of see it. Are we not passing the Nazoth? Are we not passing the Nazoth?
it's turn 9 though, and everybody's on lethal range, so like this is a very, very fast lobby.
Oh, they're goldening the Magnimus themselves. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're going for golden Magnimus. With double Manted King, I can kind of see it.
They're not reborning it.
No. Well, maybe they ran out of time.
I feel like you probably wanted to reborn.
Yeah, I agree. Like at this stage of the game, if you're not like goldening the shield or the Nightmane, then you may as well reborn. Yeah.
Is that gonna cost him?
It might. Yeah.
Yeah, G-Sport is pretty big too. We'll see. That might end up killing him.
Yeah.
I think it's going to. Yeah, that's gonna end up killing him.
I don't know if it guarantees ends up killing him, but it definitely is rough. Definitely puts him in a harder spot to be in. So yeah.
And just like that, we are top 2.
Are you watching the same team? No.
No, I watched the other 2.
Oh, you're watching Miss Bowers. Okay. Of course, classic. Why do people... This whole lobby, people have been dying together, and it's screwing us. Alright, so we do have our top 2 Jeef Fast Eddie and Sevel Spidey. So we have been avoiding this team for some strange reason. Their board is this particular board is not that strong, but we can take a look at their teammates' boards.
It is only turn 10.
Yeah.
This was a very fast lobby.
There's another Belcher here. Yeah. Pick up.
I guess you decide if the poison is more important than...
Well, the Charmeleon's also respectable, if we're gonna be honest. Like, so you could get both.
Reborn Arid.
Yeah.
With likely poison.
Yeah.
The weird thing is you
You
kind
saw
of
the
want the
tour
rewrite
group, right?
too.
You saw
Yeah,
the
I guess
tour
the
group.
true group goes. That's fair.
Oh, we're
Doesn't
not
matter.
taking it. Wow.
Okay.
Okay. This is like final fight. I would definitely much rather have the Charmeleon here.
I guess you could make the argument that it's not super likely to pop with only 2
It
taunts.
well, you have
Well,
one,
better.
two.
Huge galley.
Oh,
Okay.
he's hero powering it. Okay, with the gloop. Okay, to make a poison. That makes sense. He's hero powering it. It saves the
Yeah,
whole plan.
that galley just absolutely cooked this game, though. We've seen galley performing extremely well in this tournament.
Galley is good with high level players. Who would have guessed? I would have never predicted that in my life. So, and Patrick is bad. Like it's the actual opposite of reality, where Patrick has been winning all the lobbies normally, and Galley always dies. But now people are getting away with it, and there seems to be more things to do with Patrick or with Galley. The issue normally was like there wasn't anything you really wanted to do with Galley. There just wasn't any direction. But now you have pirate stuff, you have Ellie stuff, you have just
Yeah,
big.
the Goya was full scam with 4 mooses as well, so that was a blowout, honestly.
El Clasico. So we do have Spidey Sevel taking out the win here, and Jeef and Fast Eddie getting second place. So not a bad one. So I'll take a look at Miss Bowers.
Yeah, I'll head over to Fast Eddie.
But how fast is he?
Find out. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Ooh, Miss Bowers does not have 4 heroes in EU. And they did change things where they show you what you're missing.
Yeah.
We did say why aren't they doing that, but now that they're doing it, it's like
Kind of rude that they're
kind of
doing
rude, yeah.
that. We do have a full board lobby.
Yes, it is a Cobra lobby, and secondary we have like mechs. I think mechs have been proving pretty strong with Beeson, I guess, because you can double dip on it, but there's no Beast in
It's
this.
also a Murloc lobby though, so
Yeah, so poisons are able to deal with the
you can
Cobras.
scam the Quillbor.
Yeah. So probably like Quillbor with secondary scam looks to be the game plan for most of these players. There is cloning galleries, master cloner there, and we have a sire. Always interested to see what the sire picks. Usually
Is this
pretty
the first
important.
Master Cloner we've seen? I feel like it is.
Yeah, that we've seen particularly. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I agree. So they have Snicker Snacks, which is pretty good, honestly. And then we have Warhorn, which is also pretty good. 20 friendly minions die is not that hard. And you get a silver-handed recruit? That seems a little bit what? What? That seems a little unfair. What? Okay. And then this one is just like you get triple your battle cries. But here your even tier minions get 8/8. Seems a little early for 20 friendly minions to die, but gonna go for the Snicker Snacks anyways. Cause he has a Naga start, right? That's so strong. Actually,
Yeah.
Naga start is into the relaxer if he wants it too, so this makes sense as well.
Yeah, you can go Relaxer plus spell even.
Relaxer plus spell, yeah. So there are no bad options, I think, for Ben Ren there. I think both are really powerful in the right scenarios. The Silverhand recruit is really good tempo, but it does fall off unless you had like a Murkai. If you had a Murkai, but how are you getting Murkai this early? It's really good if you have Snicker Snacks, so I'm gonna tell you, it's crazy. But yeah, definitely with the Naga started, it's pretty reasonable. Gonna go for the Gunner, and then probably next turn locking into Relaxer into Cell into level, which is also pretty good, yeah. So a very, very nice, clean start to start getting the Snicker Snacks to go off. They do have to figure out how they're going to take advantage of it in this particular lobby. Quillbors can work, but there's no Jazzers, so you kind of have to find your own way. And
That's hard whiff on the Gunner though.
yeah,
Stealth is not what you were looking for.
Stealth is probably Taunt is also
Stealth and Taunt are,
yeah, they're quite weak.
they're about the same.
I never see Stealth or Taunt when I play Gunner, so Gunner is amazing to me. But
Yeah, you only see Divine Shield, I only see Poison.
That's correct. To be fair, if you had to pick, I actually only see Reborn.
Oh, sorry, you're right. Reborn is.
Yeah.
They're kind of the same, but yeah.
Yeah. But if you had to pick, like, those are like top tier to pick to get. Recruitment is reasonable.
So I do want to point out, Eddie's playing Eudora, and he on 5 gold froze the Alliance flag, the 1-cost spell, as opposed to trying to roll a coin here.
Maybe they don't have like the game plan of getting the tier 4 for Eudora.
Yeah, I mean, either that or he's looking to have his teammate go to 3.
I wonder what Miss Bowers is thinking here, because there's a Naga if he wants to pass the Naga. Oh, I think that is what they're doing. Yeah. So okay.
Oh, Jeef froze a coin for him.
Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, passed the Naga and then gave a recruit minion. So just full committing into full value. They really want the Snicker snacks to go off soon.
Understandable.
Yeah, understandable. I agree. I like it. There's teamwork with this group. This is one of the groups where I'm like, there's teamwork going. They've played together.
The people who actually play a ton of duos.
Yeah.
They have teamwork.
They have teamwork. Yeah. Who would have guessed? Not me. But they do still lose the fight, unfortunately. Maybe should have put the flag on the minion though, right? Because it would have had 4 more health and would have kept them alive and healed for however damage they took. So there were some lines that could have happened to keep them healthy, but they're still pretty healthy, so it's not the end of the world. Are you passing? Is she passing that too? Damn. That's a lot of faith.
So Eudora digs into a Selfless Sightseer, a Marquee Ticketer, or a Lock Print. Any guess what they went with? Selfless Sightseer is the 1 gold
yes.
dragon.
Yes.
Marquee Ticketer is the end of turn mech that gives you a random tavern spell at the end of every turn, and the Lock Print is the Divine Shield that.
Oh, they're all good. They're all good. I don't know.
They went with the Marquee Ticketer, end of turn tavern spell.
Okay, I could see that. What would I have won with?
Oh, don't be silly. You went with the gold dragon.
Possibly. I can't see your shirt, by the way.
Is it not sharing again?
I think so.
It's because it crashes like every single time that someone dies, so it gets rid of the share.
Understandable. Yeah. So Ms. Bowers can level and do nothing. Looks like, yeah, Snicker Snacks will very likely trigger this turn. Unfortunately, they don't really have a big activator for it. So I guess they have Bubble Gun and Sear. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, it's not exactly what you're looking for, though.
It's not. It's not exactly what you're looking for, I agree.
Although, to be fair, which battle cries are you really looking to trigger in this lobby?
The Quillborn tier 4, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, even so, like, you need gem buff supports.
That's why I was kind of interested in the even plus 8/8 double your battle cries, but I think they're both kind of reasonable. There's a Skyfin. Dragons are in.
And you are triggering 2 battle cries.
You are triggering 2 battle cries every turn. He is buying it, okay.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, sold the Seer. Good positioning as well.
Money.
Yeah. You could pass. Bowers could pass the gold back. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I want all of your resources.
It's a direct quote from Saf. So Jeef going dragons here, pretty solid. I would say if you don't really have like a clear game plan, dragons usually give you good enough tempo to find something to do. And here is their tavern spell generation. And they do win the fight, so.
They do. Miss Bowers does
Not
not have a
having a
board.
board, yeah, does
Been,
help.
been feeding for the quest.
They do find a cool boar. Synergy. But it does feel like Bowers is the one that'd probably go Cobra Synergy.
Eudora also found a foodie. And they actually have a little bit of cool board stuff on their board.
Everyone's finding foodies today. So yeah, it looks like Miss Bowers is playing the Quilboar direction herself. Skip the really could have just used the lasso, right? Like 3 out of the 4 hits are good for you. So kind of would have liked to see that. Still do
Just
it.
using the foodie for 3 gems.
You'd rather have 3 jumps?
No, they're just using the foodie for 3 gems.
Oh, you mean for the Eudora player?
Yeah, for well, he passed it to the
Wait,
dragon
that's
players. So
weird.
they got 3/6 because they have a smuggler on board.
Ben Ren's playing the infuser instead of passing it to his teammate, or his teammate who's playing who played the foodie. I wonder why. Because usually you want to stack the Quilboar synergy on one person, because then they can take advantage of all the Quilboar scaling. They can take advantage of the mobster and just like be really strong for both teams, for both players. But one person has the foodie, one person has the crystal infuser, which is generally not the strategy, because like even you're going to have to deal with the. I guess he's just using the crystal infuser for Naga buffs. That'll be my guess. And not really using it for Quilboar synergy, just using it for Naga buffs. Which is a direction. I think Quilboars usually outscale most of the time, but right now they're not very big, so. And you really do want to use this Master Cloner hero power before you die. That's something very
They're
common.
starting to drop a little bit low.
Yeah.
At 23, you're kind of starting to sweat it a little bit because one more lost fight and you lose cap.
Yeah, it's kind of like Arena where you just feel like, oh, I want to save it for something amazing, but then if you don't use it at all, you got put in a very scary spot. Then you start using it inefficiently. So, we'll see if they can find. Oh, she double coining level? No, gonna roll. Hits thermal guys, which is not bad. Teammate is still have that one pair, but nothing super crazy. Ooh, I would have loved maybe double Ramager. That maybe might have done something. I don't know if love is the right word. Finds a foodie. Could get foodie triple if she wants it. There's also a gem day.
Big fan of foodie triple.
Right now, immediately.
I'm not a huge fan of using hero power for it.
Oh, okay. You could hero power the banner bar.
Nah,
just not good enough.
The thing is, if you're gonna hero power the foodie, you do it next turn for a 5 drop.
For a 5, yeah. Okay.
Like I don't like hero powering the foodie, period. But if you're gonna do it, you do it next turn for a 5.
I think I would just like see if we take damage. Okay. And I don't think we're taking damage, so I feel a lot better just never doing it at all. Just never doing it in my life. Why are we doing that? So yeah. So now there's potential there. They survive one of their tougher spots. Though they're gonna continue to be in tough spots for the remainder of the game.
Shutterwalk is kinda popping off.
Sevel?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can definitely take a look if you want to switch to him.
Yeah, I'll hop over to Sevel.
Okay. So we're just kind of sticking around here, taking a look. So they are looking for Murloc synergies, trying to find a way to make this Rummager really good. Right now, it's still pretty powerful, pretty strong. Gets the adaptation, gets the venom, so they're kind of leaning into scam. They've realized that this isn't enough to kind of get them there, so they're.
You can switch over to my point of view.
All right, we can take a look here.
Turn 8, by the way.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay. So they've got double. Oh my god. They've got, okay, now I see it. That's so scary. Yeah, they're cooking. Yeah, double Naga Stomper is just like they want to win the game right now. Yeah. So yeah, just a lot of stats, and it doesn't get better for. Does not get better. There's no Shutterwalk target though. No battle cry. But do they need it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you have Golden Lurker, Double Groundbreaker, Golden Wrangler on turn 8, like I don't know if you necessarily need a hero power target.
I'd prefer one though. Yeah, they're looking to be a very tough opponent though. I will say there are some players leaning into poison already, so that might help into that matchup. And the other line is Quillbore, so if you can get a nice Quillbore set up, you can also outscale this. So even though this is just scary looking, in the flow of the game state, it actually might not be that much of a problem for the opponents. Funny enough, which is like a little bit disappointing because you're high rolling, right? You're high rolling here, but when we look at like what's likely to happen, people can easily find answers.
Yeah. Poison.
Yeah. Ooh, and it looks like Ben Ren Miss Bowers do go under cap now, so they are now in the struggle zone, trying to figure out what to do from there. Wait.
Yeah, they tied for third, fourth last game, so they definitely do not want to be taking another third or fourth.
They did find the 5 here. They hit a brand. They passed a brand to the teammate Red, who has the Snicker snacks. So there's a gem day, but don't know if that's amazing for them. Yeah, I can kind of see it.
I think you might be looking at the wrong screen.
Oh, I was looking at Miss Bowers' board state, but yeah, we do have Sevel, and I'm still doing some good Naga stuff, some Naga scaling. There's a lot of direction they have. I see why they're stuck here.
Yeah.
He's like, play this. That's kind of funny. I think he wants to keep the Thermogeist is the difficulty he's having here.
Yeah, at 43 you could just hold, right?
Yeah, they're so healthy. Mechs are in, but it doesn't look like anyone is playing mechs.
Yeah.
So might not need a bumper.
Although that is a couple of real big Murlocs.
Yeah, I mean that's they're trying to live, right? So they're trying to do what they can. We don't know if it's enough though. And they're losing a pretty big minion pretty freely there, so that kind of sucks as well. So maybe Scam on the Miss Bowers side can do it. It's honestly not that bad. You just need a little bit of damage, yeah? And you have it.
They're fine.
Yeah.
They're actually dealing 15.
But that Quillboard board is just not that impressive, right? That's the one like caveat there. That
Yeah.
it's pretty weak for what it could be.
We see RDU and Super JJ also drop below 15, and they were
Yeah.
the other team that took the third, fourth tie. So
It's looking scary for them
the
now.
two teams that definitely do not want to take another third or fourth are the only two teams that can die right now.
Yeah, I mean, Sevel has a really nice setup, right, to scale into infinity now. And it doesn't look like there's a lot of like super high rolling Cold Wars core players. There's a nice hero powered target for the Shutterwalk, finally. I'm out here dying until the Shutterwalk target hits. You take the Saloon Keeper to give your team an extra gold. What a generous player.
2 extra gold? That's a
2
brand, my
extra
friend.
gold, wow. What is the Ysera playing?
Poet stuff.
Mm.
Bunch of Divine Shield poet stuff.
Why is Nadina in the front seems a little bit unnecessary, right? You want to
I
get
think they're just. I mean, they're shielding the 2 dragons, and then
he's just getting perma shield on the dragons, yeah.
yeah, I guess.
I think he
then
can get out of the that one. Okay, exactly that one, yeah.
Are they selling Nadina next turn?
Oh. Okay. Wow, they're going fast.
Is that home field advantage being on EU server?
Yeah, it's an EU advantage right there.
They'd never do that on an A.
Well, I don't know if that. I will say that the Nagas are like tying too often for how strong they should be. Right. Jeef playing full poison, the classic, but they have divine shield, so
Yeah, the full Divine Shields
yeah,
are
it's gonna help. Yeah.
So it looks like Jeef and Best Eddie are also gonna drop below cap.
A lot of people are dropping below cap, which makes sense. It's just close lobbies, close opponents, right? Everyone's trying to win, so. Can you hear the car horn?
No.
Okay, good. Only I will be burdened.
And we have our first casualty. It's gonna be Super JJ and RDU.
Unfortunate. They were doing some mech and Murloc shenanigans, but everyone else had a lot of like answers to that kind of strategy, so it didn't quite work out for them. And Farseer is a risky hero to play. Sometimes if you don't get the particular spells you want, you're kind of flailing around trying to figure out something to do there. I think it has a lot of potential, but it's very easy to take a lot of damage, especially early if you don't have something clear-cut good for the strategy.
So now we do see Sevel and Spidey against the Ghost here, so it's going to be Benren and Miss Bowers versus Jeef and Fast Eddie.
I will say,
undercap.
Ms. Bowers still hasn't used her hero power. Like, okay, like what is this? At this point, you just use it for happenstance. Yeah.
Well, I mean, also like you're all in, right? Because like this is the difference between 1 and 3 points. This fight right here.
Yeah. Do you clone the ancestor again on Divine Shield, or do you try to like be a little bit more fancy? Oh, what are you passing? Oh, okay. Oh, I hit the poison. Wow.
Your stream is showing my screen, not yours.
Right. Let me swap. So here we're cloning the, okay, so we are cloning just the poison.
Yeah, you just clone poison, right?
Yeah. Could have cloned the Divine Shield one though, but maybe you don't want it to, you want to keep the ones that are untaunted.
Yeah, that one's guaranteed poison every turn, whereas the other one you have to like do things.
You have to do work. Yeah, but I mean, you're going to do the work, so it doesn't matter. You are going to, that is a lot of poisons on both player sports.
This is just poison on poison
Yeah.
violence here.
This is what top meta looks like. You know, this is what peak performance looks like. It's just poison on everything. Uh, yeah, it's looking rough. Just wasn't able to scale the quill boards as high as you would think. Maybe just
Is it lethal though?
it looks to be.
It does look to be, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So looks like Miss Bowers and Benran will be going out in third. So unfortunately, the two teams who took third, fourth in the first game are also taking third and fourth in the second game. Now we have a heads-up match between Fast Eddie Jeef and Sevel Spidey, which is what happened last lobby as well, or last game as well. Sevel Spidey did end up taking first in the last lobby. So definitely Jeef and Fast Eddie are looking to tie up the points with this one here. Otherwise, they drop below by 4 points, which, with 2 games left, is certainly able to be made up, but definitely would like to tie it up as opposed to falling behind by almost a full first place worth of points.
Yeah, it's tough because there's it's hard to kind of like tournaments are hard to recover mentally sometimes if you're not full focused or like you're not like in your own like headspace because when you lose you're just sitting there, right? Like
Yeah.
it's a lot better in duos to be fair because you have someone to talk to, but especially in solos if you're losing you're just sitting there like like oh my god like you're like criticizing your choices and stuff like that. But here it's maybe doable. Try to figure out a game plan. If you know what you've practiced, then it's a lot easier to be like, okay, we're just doing this. And Poison does seem to be like a pretty big contender in the final fights. Everyone's having some element of it in there.
And at this point, you're 8 hours in as well, right? So
Mm.
like you're kind
Nah.
of mentally
I hope
exhausted
they're not
anyway.
8 hours
Fair amount
in.
of games. I think already used like 15 hours into a stream right
Ah,
now.
you're right. Yeah, those are special cases, though. Well, that was a really nice hit there. Not as nice, but it should be enough. Because you should. Ooh,
Yeah.
that kind of sucks, though. That's good, though. Oh my god,
The
that's. Oh
blaster just
my
does
god.
so much work.
Ooh, that's disgusting. Wow, that's so. Okay, well, there goes the victory.
And then 2 out of 3 missed to stay alive there after the
Yeah.
blaster. So it is again gonna be Sevel and Spidey taking down first place.
In the first tournament, they I think they didn't make it to the finals, so they're really
Yeah.
getting revenge on. They've
Yeah,
they've practiced.
I think they got knocked down in the first round, if I'm not mistaken.
Some they didn't make it to the money, and to be fair, that's what they care about, right? So
Sure.
they're just making it back.
All right, so we are going to be switching over to North America server, where
Yeah.
we're going to play the final 2 games.
Yeah.
We're going to have a quick break while everybody does that. Won't be too long, maybe 2-3 minutes.
What What do you think? Do you think that that's like the difference? Like Sevel getting first in the AU, and then the mojo, like the vibe is gone for the rest of the players, right? And then they're able to like clean up. I could see it. The EU advantage coming in clutch. We gotta try see if NA first makes any difference. But yeah,
I mean, it definitely matters. Like,
yeah.
how much does it matter? Who knows? But it definitely does make a difference. Like,
Mm.
I've played enough on the EU server to know that there are certain plays that I can make on NA server that I cannot make on NA server.
And I just go for it anyways.
Yeah, sure. But his teammate's Brand, though, so he could pass the Brand to the Galley, which he does pick Galley, he does pick Brand, so it could be a passive Brand to the Galley looks on turn 4 angle.
Yeah, and G Fast Eddie are going double Marin, so that's always going to be a pretty fun strategy to go as well.
Yeah.
So Gallywix with a passenger start. Teammate cannot pass, so not
Yeah, I
really
think taking the
helping.
battle cry is honestly reasonable.
Is very
Honestly,
reasonable.
you might just recruit a trainee here.
Well, pass the recruit.
Well, you
We'll
open
see
it.
what it is, right, and then
Yeah.
pass or not. Bonehead's decent to play. You can roll. So it looks like we're just holding the busker because we're probably going to level on 2 and then try to open up the extra money for the third turn, which allows you to either double buy very cleanly or level to 3, depending on what makes sense. Though if you did play the busker, you tie here and you don't lose 2 health, but you always don't know that, so it's a risk you're willing to take sometimes. Ooh,
Let's open up double battle cry
that's
though.
clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, it's pretty good, right? You
Because
just
you
buy the
buy it
ominous,
and
buy
you
the
get the spell.
recruit, you
Yeah,
buy the
it's
busker,
really
you forget the
nice.
other
Yeah,
ominous.
yeah.
Because you can just level ominous next turn.
Do you get the triple now? Okay. Still very strong.
Yeah, yeah. You get the pair, you get your 3rd out of 4 for the things.
Yeah.
Like, it's very strong. And you still get the level next turn.
Probably one of the best like rolls you could get for that particular situation.
Yeah. And you get a pretty good tempo minion as well with the Risen Rider.
With the Risen Rider, yeah. I don't think you're losing turn 2, even if they stay on 1, because Galacron usually stays, but I don't think you're winning anyways. Ooh, I love we both said ooh. That's a lot of money coming in now.
It's a pretty good turn 3 shop for the
Yeah,
Galley, honestly.
as well. There's two ways to go. You could go with the cycle the 3/3 so that next year you can level into the 2 cost spell. If you want to do it that way.
Alternatively, you shoot the 5/1 with the Chef's Choice here.
Yeah.
And try to do a little bit of the Stormer stuff.
Alternatively, you shoot the undead and then lean into undeads as well. Looks like he's going for my original line, I think. Yeah, and then locking, yeah. So he's going for that. Just trying to get an early 3. It's reasonable. I think both lines were fair. But just going for this one in particular. Ooh, really good hits for Spidey here. Yeah, almost perfect combat, I think. Oh, he didn't even need it. He was always gonna win then if the opponent went straight to 3. Oh, get some money for no
And gets a
reason.
gambler, wow.
Yeah, for no reason, have some money.
Sometimes you just have all the cards, man.
Yeah. Does he buy it though?
Yes.
Yeah, you're correct. He does buy it. So free gold for next turn. Enough to and the brand. Whoa, where? Oh, okay. Wow, I guess that makes sense. He's playing Gallywix. Okay, yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Wrangler's cool. So is the ticker.
Yeah, the only misplay is he should have bought the Chef's Choice first.
Oh, he lost.
The
Yeah,
reduction.
you're right. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. No one cry. It's not the end of the world. There's still a lot to do there. Teammate doesn't have a board. Is he gonna pass the? He is. Yeah, he's gonna pass it. So yeah, get 2 coins back. It's good because you're Gallywix, so you're not losing that much. What are we locking here? Oh, the 3/4.
Anomaly's 4 gold.
Yeah, it's 4 gold. Yeah. that it's somewhat tough to like get out of the head that the anomaly is useless. You know, like you're s- you've been so trained like, oh, this card doesn't really get a lot of value, but now it's quite strong. So something to get used to. Fortunately, we're taking a lot here.
Yeah, they do take a lot of damage for turn 4 with their board.
Turn 4
You did not
taking
expect
10.
to take 10 damage there.
They don't really have the thing they're missing though is they don't have that payoff, right? Because sometimes when you have this brand, your payoff is like a picky, or your payoff is like you tripled into that Murloc that does +2/+3 and taunt, right? You have like some level of payoff that feels pretty good. Here they didn't really have that any type of realistic payoff, so it just
It's
kind
weird
of feels
because
good.
you really wanted to go
Your
more with that
level,
extra
yeah.
gold that you had
I
saved right there.
thought they were planning on leveling here.
But taking 10, like say you level, you take another 13, now you're at 20 HP, like that's just a weird spot to be in.
I wouldn't have minded the Divine Shield if you're gonna stay down though. You have a mech on the board.
No, I
That's,
agree.
yeah,
I agree.
okay. Are we buying the 3/3? No. We've skipped like a lot of the +2 to your whole board. Yeah.
Or took the triple.
Oh, he sold it though.
Wow.
Wow.
And he immediately gets it back.
Wait, what?
I guess okay. So
is he just
so what he's
staying
gonna do is
down?
he's gonna do the Tavern 3
Yeah.
caller strat, I guess, instead of Tavern 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Tavern 3, does that open up the Tavern spell?
I think the Tavern spell's on tier 4.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So what's the upside of doing it on 3?
Your Gallywix, so
Is the anomalies?
Maybe there's just some.
Oh, is it the Meteorite Crasher? Maybe it's the Meteorite Crasher.
I think at Galley you can get away with it. So.
They're taking so much damage though. 11 damage here, and they stayed down.
Yeah, 11 is so much for this. This is so rough.
Okay, so they are leveling now.
Okay. So
but they skipped the triples.
They're passing. Oh, they want to pass sour loser. I don't know. Sour loser. I don't know about that. I guess they had a pair of it.
They do hit a crasher.
They do hit a crasher. Yeah. There's a cleave.
Yeah.
I'm not going for it. There's a baller. Yeah, weird spot to be in, especially if you take another loss here, which is not like impossible.
Yeah. Dropping below cap here is just like
dying.
Especially because you took first into first the first 2 games. Like taking a fourth here is just like
a big mojo.
It's so bad. Which is why it's a little bit risky to take Gallywix.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're a team that like needs to take first, I totally get it. But whenever you just need to not take fourth, taking Galley is very risky.
But I'm also of the opinion of like do what you've been doing to win. If this is what you've been doing to win, then just continue doing it. It's definitely risky, but
what are we praising? Is it
probably? I mean, it could just be the elemental stuff, right? Like just like I'm Gallywix, I'm gonna get little rags and scale that way. Ooh, are they getting a? Yeah, are they getting a reprieve? A turn reprieve here? We'll see how big the Marin is. The Marin's not that big. Yeah.
He's not exactly small though.
He is exactly small.
Alright, fine, he's tiny.
Yeah. I mean, he's not exactly tiny though.
9 Collins. 7 damage to the Marins.
The Marins, yeah.
But the important part is they don't drop below.
Yeah, that was a really important turn. I do wonder what they're looking at here.
I had to assume it's the roll rag.
Yeah, that would be my guess. They just rolled. Okay, it's neither. We've all been baited, chat.
We've been duped.
Yeah.
We've been had.
I wonder if the 2-1's worth picking up.
Are we going to 5 here? Nope.
I don't think so. Just it's free money, to be fair. That one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Are we buying this cleave? I want this cleave.
With the fireballers, yeah.
Yeah, with the fireballers. We're just skipping it. We could have a gigantic cleave out here. But no.
Was it Nomi? Do we want Nomi? Nope.
No. What are we looking for?
I don't know.
I will say I've not played this strat, so maybe it's super clear. He can taunt everything if he wants to here.
We're not big fireball gamers.
We like winning.
Yeah, we're definitely taking the 2-3 in the shop here.
I hope so.
That is a lot of tempo that we just picked up.
That was a good turn.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with fireballs, by the way. Just like I have a brand. Yeah. Wow, gets a fire snowballer for free. That's kind of nice.
It's pretty early Eliza.
Yeah,
for
big
RDU.
Eliza for RDU. With the light fang scaling to give it a little base tempo so it doesn't get one shot. So pretty nice heavy tempo board. Probably gonna be taking 15 from this most likely. I don't think there's no way you're not taking 15.
Yeah, that is not a good spot to be in for the galley team. Oof. Yeah, I mean the other guy has a big board too.
It's reasonable.
Wow. I mean, that's pretty big.
If he finds a Titus, he can get there.
So
yeah, 7 HP. Yeah.
Also, interesting to note, the Marins, which are the Jeef and Fast Eddie team, they're also under cap here, and those are the 1-2 teams right now.
Yeah, this what I'm saying. You switch the regions, and it's like, oh, you've unlocked my full power. Like,
That's a lot of ballers.
yeah. Once again, he could have had 2 cleaves. I just wanna mention, like, he could, like,
Takes one, skips the other.
yeah. What's he saving up for? I gotta say, I do not play this comp. Everything is confusing.
Yeah, I don't know why you take one and skip the other.
Yeah. We had double Nomi, we could have had double cleave, triple Nomi. There's so much in this comp here that we're just not really wanting to do. So I really like, what is the combo? Like, what is, like, oh my god, this is nutty, is what I want to see. That's pretty good. He's like just scaling off of, like, I am brand with full taunt.
We need to go here though.
Yeah. We still have like 7
gold,
gold, yeah. We're just passing our gold now.
Let's go to...
We seriously could have had like a 41-100 like cleave. Like, I'm just saying, I would at least try for that. But yeah, he's huge at this point. Hopefully it's enough to keep him alive.
Well, this team did just 15, the Marin team, so we'll see how big Crag is there.
See how big Bowers is.
Because the Galley's, he's not like super weak, but he's definitely not strong. He's not 15ing people strong.
He's winning his fight, and that's all that matters, right? So, I mean, this guy, you're huge, though. You're so, yeah.
Ah, this is what's doing it, okay.
So, it's sore loser with some scaling. Yeah, and so that extra 100 health at the end might have been the difference maker to keeping him alive.
I mean, it gives you the win.
Yeah.
May have been enough without it.
Without it, yeah. But it's a lot closer. Here, it's not as close anymore. Yeah. If you take 100 health off the pirate, it does look like it'd be like you'd have 1 minion left.
The Marins team lose, but they do live with 1 HP.
And now they're fighting each other, so one team's gonna die.
One of these teams is going to die. And these are the top 2 teams right now.
Yeah. Well, not anymore, baby.
Well,
They could still beat. To be fair. Yeah. I mean, Gallerix is at the Gallerix stage where Gallerix is just like doing stuff. So
yeah.
it's getting
Play
scary
cards,
now.
buy cards, play
Yeah,
cards,
play
buy
cards,
cards.
buy cards. Yeah.
He
Got a
passed.
triple
Oh, he
somewhere.
didn't pass the battle card or the hero power change for free.
Yeah, to the brand.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very like selfish. Like here, you have 14 gold and you didn't use up your resources last turn. You have basically infinite gold if you played.
No, but it was literally free.
I
Too.
know,
Like,
I know, I know. But I mean, you could use it to buy something else. So it's still an opportunity cost. There's a
yeah, but
baller spell if he wants.
yep.
The problem is this is where NA is like actually hurting him. Oh, he passed. Oh, okay, he's passing it back. Oh, okay, right, that makes
He has
sense.
the 4-drop Naga that
Yeah, the 4-drop Naga. Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta. You have like 6 gold in your hand. You need to live too. Do they get there? He's getting so much
they're
stats though.
so
To be
far
fair.
past the rope. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's probably enough stats just because it's turn 9. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be enough stats.
Yeah, the opponent does not. Jeef does not have a board, so unfortunate for that team, right? They're gonna be getting an early 4th here.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, the Gallerix is making it work. Oh,
They do get a 3rd, 4th though.
wait, who also got knocked out here?
Also going out with them was Miss Bowers and Vinren.
Oh no.
So I will say, if Spidey and Sevel do happen to take this down as a first place, they get first place in the tournament, even if they get 4th in the last game.
Hmm.
Because at 15 points, they would be out of reach of anybody else.
Yeah, so we can take a look at what RDU and Super JJ have been cooking up here.
They had the early tempo Eliza and
Yeah.
Gula Cabra board. I don't know if it's going to be able to compete with this in the late game.
Yeah, it's still mostly the same with the early tempo Eliza Gula Cabra board. So Gallerix is like finding the lines to stabilize. So you can see how like pressured they were in the early to mid game, but once they get going, once Brand was added to the mix, it became tough to lose. That's what it seems to be. Like the brand combo making the difference. So it's just a really powerful team combo with Brand into Gallerix. As long as you have like something to do, and with elementals, I guess Gallerix always has something to do these days, so they're able to make it work.
But yeah, especially when you get the free brand.
Yeah, with the free brand.
When you get a turn 4 brand, Galley's pretty good.
I will say, like, I would have had 2 like 100 cleaves.
Yeah. I don't think this was played optimally, but also I feel like
it doesn't matter as long as you win.
Well, playing Infinite Money Galley with Bran early on in an Elemental lobby when he's from EU on an NA
Yeah,
server.
I know. It's tough.
Yeah.
Still.
Like he gets 2 Divine Shields here too.
Yeah, still. It doesn't mean I can't be like, this could have been a little better, a little stronger. But it's good enough, and that's really, at the end of the day, what matters. Is he going to get the second shield off? It doesn't look like he is. You could have just played the spell, gotten so. Yeah, so.
Yeah,
definitely could have if they wanted to. I hope they don't die. I mean, I don't think they're gonna die anyways.
I think that they're just
way stronger.
Oh, yeah. And they block the. Oh man.
Wait, what happened?
They block all the scaling from these Catacomb Crashers.
Right. Intentional or no?
Probably not. But maybe, who knows?
They know. Super JJ knows. Like. I will say, like, still the undeads just kind of cleaned up that first board. We'll see if like they're running any level of scam on the second board. That might be enough.
I don't think so, right? They were just like full of eyes of pirates.
Nah, I don't think they're. I'm trying to give out hope out here. Okay, stop ruining my dreams.
Take it back. They have a Leroy.
They have a Leroy. Alright, it's not over yet. Yeah. So there now you see exactly what their board states are. You can kind of recalibrate, try to figure out where to go from here.
Unfortunately, the galley goes second, so you can't just run a bunch of Leroys into him.
Not with that attitude.
True.
They do find the Salon Scribe. A lot of people like this unit. It's unfortunately scales very slowly, so it's hard to put in your comps all these days, but it's definitely a strategy that people would.
So golden selfless as well.
Yeah, we're watching Super JJ and REU and seeing if they can find an answer.
Gotcha.
Yeah, right now there isn't anything super clear. They do find another Leroy. But don't know if that's going to be enough. No Titus for them. Just makes the scaling quite hard, and they're just fighting into tons of money. Yeah, so nothing's looking super good here. Going to double taunt and play your minion and call it a day. It's reasonable. So trying to go for a little bit of scam in the fights, but really not getting that much value from it.
Yeah.
Couldn't even get rid of the taunted minion, unfortunately. It eventually does. So. And to be fair, undeads are pretty good into the poison, but it's gonna be a fair fight. Yeah, it's yeah, into the fair fight of the next board. It's just not gonna be big enough. It's like potentially close, right? If they were just a little bit bigger, they could actually get there, right? Like maybe like an early Titus or something, right? They could actually get there, but right now with the stats they currently have, it's not going to be close.
Yeah. They also lost 100% of their scaling in the last fight. Whenever
yeah,
minions got blocked.
I just don't think like even with the scaling they'd be big enough. Here, they would have to do a lot more.
They would need like a golden Titus or something.
Yeah.
Over 2 turns.
So it would have been.
Right, so that's gonna lock up first place for.
There's still one more round or one more game to go for everyone else.
Yeah, and the thing is I believe that was RDU and Super JJ at the end.
Yeah.
They took second. Okay,
yeah.
so they were in fourth. So actually now it's anybody's ball game for second, third, and fourth. Like any one of these teams could take second now.
Yeah, but we do have a clear
first place is locked up. Sevel and Spidey take first, so they get the $1,000 prize for first. But second, third, and fourth are still all up for grabs.
Yeah, so there's a lot there to look forward to. A lot of that was just a greed board, right? Like a greed strategy, right? They had Galawix plus Brand, right? So that was like, okay, we have Galawix plus Brand, let's go with that. And then the early game was looking really tough. That was the issue there. They had like ballers to kind of bridge that gap, but didn't really feel like it skilled that hard. But then as soon as he got the Brand Plus, he was like that turn. He was able to make that taunt buff comp go off, right? And then that gave him enough stability to then play the game out like a real Gallywix would. And then once your Gallywix starts going, you just have infinite money. Especially with pirates in, there's so many extra ways of just Galley getting an extra gold here or there that you just start going and going and going, and then it's hard to deal with. So
They basically had one turn that they could have died.
mhm.
It was the turn they dropped to 7 HP. I don't remember who they faced the turn that they dropped to 7, but
I think they faced Jeef, and Jeef was like not that had no board.
right, he had like no board. At that
Yeah.
point, yeah. So basically, that was the only chance that the lobby
They
had
die, yeah. So
of them not winning.
yeah, the lobby had to go full tempo and kill them off, but that's usually what happens in like non-tournament settings where you're able to go. Actually, I would say maybe it happens more in tournaments where you get that freedom, because a lot of people play tempo in ladder for no reason. Like they're just like high tempo for no reason, and you're just like, okay. Where at least in duos, where in solos, like you get in solos people do what Jeef does, right? Where it's like he has no board, but then next turn he'd be strong, but because he has no
You're
board,
loading in mode.
they able to kind of get there. So sounds good.
All right, game 4 of the finals, the last and final game to determine who takes second, third, and fourth, is underway. I am spectating Miss Bowers.
All right, I will reset, so I did not exit out. All right, we're getting in there. So they do have a pretty nice board state here with the Goya plus the Farseer, which is pretty powerful.
Yeah.
18 armor.
I think you like the Farseer a little more than I do.
Yeah,
like
cause it's infinite money if you get an early strike. Yeah, it's infinite money if you get a strike roll. Like it's so strong. You just have to not die, and that's the issue you're struggling with, like the not dying part. But as long as you just don't die, it's so much money, and you can really do a lot with it. So
he does get a passenger turn 1, which is very nice.
yeah, with the Goya, just a lot of synergy there. You probably do the Quillbore. Oh no, not holding it.
And doesn't yeah, I would take the 4/5.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, it just means you don't take any damage, pretty much for sure. But not gonna go for it. We do have a sire, right? The sire picked. Let me see.
Theater's Parasol.
I actually can't. It actually doesn't show up for me.
Yeah, at the end of your turn, give your rightmost minions
stealth and 8 health. Yeah,
turn and +8 health.
Yeah, it's not very good.
It's bad. Yep. So my guess is that either he had one really impossible quest to complete and this, or he had 2 terrible quests and this was the easier of the 2 to complete.
Yeah, I mean it has to be like one was unplayable. Otherwise it's a real tough ask that this is what you're going for, so it's very weird. I can't hover over it to see what the activation requirement is.
Yeah, the spectating stuff's a little weird.
Yeah.
So we do have elementals, mechs, nagas, quillbores, and undeads. So it's a very strong lobby in terms of overall power for this one. The quillbores don't have murlocs to
stop them. Yeah, I think quillbores probably have the easiest time winning the lobby here, as they usually do. To be fair.
Yeah, we still have
mechs can do some,
as well, which have been performing very well.
So there's definitely potential for any of these minion types to do some work here, but we'll see what happens at the end. So Millhouse also staying on 1, as they do, and gonna take the fight because of it.
Has double Doom Dweller as well, so
yeah,
those elementals in the shop are gonna be.
He's leaning into it. Okay, gets past the second passenger.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes
Could
I
go
like.
double cry foul if you want it. Could level as well.
Sometimes I like having the Goya with the passenger because you end up filling your board if you're the non-Goya player, just because Goya is always passing you something. So if you want to have something that will become a threat, you could just have a passenger yourself, and it gets pretty big, and you feel like, oh, I'm gonna keep it because I'm not getting like double the amount of minions I'm getting per turn. So
Yeah, what you can do is you can pass it back
it
once
triples,
you hit
yeah,
the triple. But the
yeah.
problem is if you're the one that's like you're power leveling and
Leveling,
going three
yeah.
on three, you don't really want to pass it back to take a lower tier of like
Yeah,
triple disorder.
that is the issue. But overall, maybe sometimes it's the sacrifice worth making, and I I can see it. It also depends on how early you get it. Sometimes if you're getting like a 3 or a 4, like you don't care. Where if
Okay,
it's a
so his parasol, sorry to cut you off, is only played 3 battle cries
Dark
here,
Rise,
so
yeah,
he'll get 8 health a turn starting probably next turn.
probably next turn, yeah. And 8 health sometimes is relevant, so it
It's
just
good tempo.
yeah, it just not a sire win con, if that makes sense. You have to kind of you don't get to win off your passive. You have to win off something else.
Ooh, immediate foodie hit if he wants it.
Yeah, but you could pass the
You
foodie
send that to Goya.
to Goya, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you send that to Goya 100% of the time. And the
And
oh
the
my
Gemrad,
goodness,
wow, now they're
it's
okay.
just like
They can just win
you
from here.
send them Gemrat, you buy the foodie, you
Yeah.
send the foodie, you have 1 gold left over to resend the foodie after Goya hero powers it. It's just
Yeah.
so gross. Oh, Goya
Oh,
already used your hero power.
oh, he's going for that. This is also reasonable, actually.
Hey,
Gemrad's
nah,
better. I agree. You're right. I
no.
agree. Gemrad's better, but this is not the end of the world.
It's a good card, especially on turn 4, but like you hit the quill board nuts on turn 4. Like
Yeah, I agree. You're no, you've sold me. Gemrad's is better, but it's okay. They're skipping it. Hmm. We're not playing Quilvers? Oh, we're locking it. Okay.
yeah, I guess he wants to double time management this turn.
Yeah, that's reasonable. Double time here.
He needs to hurry.
Yeah, go. Hero power. Okay.
Okay,
He went
yep.
for tempo. He didn't go for the 4/4.
He's probably gonna go double 4/4 next turn when he has a full 4. I guess. Although if he's buying and passing the foodie and then passing it back, he's kind of spending 5 out of his
Well,
7.
it only costs 2, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying he's not really putting any more minions on his board.
Yeah, Gorya's passing him a minion, so
Well, she's passing the foodie, right?
that's a good question. I don't know if they're passing the foodie. They might just pass a minion, especially here. I could see it because you want to fill your board. So here they might not pass. Is that another passenger? Oh my god! Oh my god! So no, they didn't even buy it. They didn't even buy it. Oh yeah, they are passing it back. Okay, so yeah, then it makes the double time a little bit weird, and he's just going full tempo, not doing the +4 at all.
Okay, does one of each.
One of each, okay.
Now, next turn is probably just level pass back the foodie again. And then you're not hero powering.
Kind of a weird spot, right? Considering they're at 42, they could have been so much greedier, but they were like fairly mid or mild in the amount of pressure they're putting.
If you're Goya, do you freeze the Cryphal here going into the Brand?
What are you doing next turn is the real question. You're hero powering your
You're hero
thingy,
powering.
so you have 2 gold. You have 4 gold left over. You could buy the
Yeah.
pair. It's okay, but not the end of the world. I can see it, but it's also like not the.
He doesn't have Brand, so. Well, actually, it could be on the
It
Millhouse.
could be on Millhouse, yeah. I'd
No,
lean though that
he's 3 left.
yeah, I would lean that he doesn't have brand. Like you think RDU's passing his brand?
Absolutely not. Yeah, so the time management spam, it's such good tempo.
Yeah, it's one of the better uses of the Farseer right now. It's money or time management. Time management probably safer for the base most players, but if you can get away
Here,
with money.
I think for Miss Bowers, we're just leveling, shooting the Razorfin Geo on Tavern 4, and then passing back a booty that.
Yeah, very
gets
very
into it.
possible.
It's a
Good jumping jack.
Ooh, Goy has a Crystal Infuser as well. Now,
And a Striko.
you could argue hero powering the Crystal Infuser once or twice.
Oh, to full
Just,
stack it.
yeah, because what you can do is you can just keep taking get 2 death rattles, get two gems death rattle, get 2 gems death rattle,
Yeah.
and then you just fill your hand with 1 minion.
Yeah, Goy is one of those heroes that get to Goya and Jandis, they get to abuse this like crazy. The choose one mechanic with some of these cards where it's like, yeah, I will get Death Rattle plus 10 gems. Oh, that sounds balanced. Okay. That sounds reasonable, yeah.
I don't remember if the gems are at 3/3 or 4/4 right now.
It says 1/1.
Yeah, it's not 1/1. I'm fairly confident that it's not 1/1.
You don't think he picked plus 3 gems? Or she put
I don't think they've been hero powering it over and over again to have 3 gems now.
It would be funny. We'd judge him though. We would just definitely judge him.
That is a 338.
Yeah, that's the power of that
The power of
Parashell, yeah. It's gonna kill a minion.
Bad man.
It's gonna kill a minion, period. Yeah.
Okay, we do have double deflecto here though.
It's not enough.
Not gonna be enough to win the fight, but it is a direction.
It is direction, true. And you know what they say about directions.
There's 4 of them.
There's way more than 4 directions. Northwest, there's technically 360. Technically, there's more because you can go into the gaps of that, but you know, whatever.
Oh, yours. Oh, that was mine that crashed.
Yeah, yours. We can switch over to Fast Eddie then.
Yeah, I'm getting back in. I had to stop.
But you're not in yet, baby. So
I'm in now.
Yeah. But yeah, switching over, we can kind of take a look. So Fast Eddie is the only NG for the only teams under 15. They've been struggling these last 2 games, whereas you know, the first 2 they got second first, but here they're playing I mean, I don't know what to tell you about this Lava Lurker. Like, it's really not doing anything.
They're playing Sire without a quest.
Yeah.
Sire's one of those heroes, kind of like Galley, where sometimes you just die.
So they're spending their whole turn with catch, trying to buff it up. So they have a 20 plus 20 attack catch, probably going for the deflecto, right? I would guess.
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't think buffing like the Lava Lurker is like, oh my god, like, yeah, it's okay.
Maybe you find one more Divine Shield.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I guess that would be what you go for. Yeah, so just
they don't really have any other
big attack deflecto seems to be the line. And it's not a bad play, but it's definitely a little bit lacking compared to the potential you have. But that's just the issue of the start you picked up, but really strong tempo at least for this particular turn. Definitely keeps them alive. Oh. The Sire has to find something to do though. Like the Sire's just sitting there waiting for death.
I do believe it does keep them alive this turn though.
Yeah.
It definitely keeps them alive. Does it keep them at 15 is the question. And I think it does, yeah. I will say the whole lobby's pretty strong though. I just had a peek at Sevel's board as well.
Okay, Fastity skipped a spore, which I think I would take in this position. Unfortunately, like I don't want to be a spore taker, but in this one position, I would consider it. Yeah, because you're not leveling. It seems. This robust evolution. I wonder if there's any value in it. No. Okay. He found 2 of them. He could have got in a 5. That I can see as well. Yeah, everyone is like winning, and we are just like trying to scramble out here. It's a little tough.
Yeah. So interesting with the way the standings are. If RDU and Super JJ die here,
Why do we talk like that? There, let's not do that. If you mean if the other team wins, not if one person dies.
well, I'm just looking at because we're talking about second, third, fourth, right? Because all of those are up for grabs right now. It would actually lock Jeef and Fast Eddie into second.
Even though they might just die right here.
No, that's assuming they live, right? That's assuming Jeef and
Oh,
Fast Eddie get a solid third or above, not a 3.5, but a flat third or above.
well, I mean, let's see it, right? They're fighting into the cloner to Sevel, and they are playing Quillbor, so that's scary. Like Pokey with a Quillbor with double.
Yeah, they're not quite full Quillbore power, but they're
Well, double
very
mobster is
quickly getting there.
scary. Oh wow. Okay. Jeef is reasonably strong though. They figured out how to not die
Yeah, they're not
immediately.
dead. Even if
Yeah,
they lose the fight, they're definitely not dead.
which is very nice for them. And no one fell.
I say I don't believe that RDU is dead either.
So there's an automaton triple.
Bug is killing me.
Oh, your thing froze. You probably want to like
Yeah.
fix that, or not like, what am I saying? Scan and fix it, I guess. Like scan and repair. Maybe.
I'm not sure that's the issue. Golden selfless if you want it as well in that shop.
There's also a Serena.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that could be a direction. It got buffed at 3 attack instead of 2, so
Yeah, if you're taking the Zarina, are you skipping the selfless?
you could pass one and then buy the other.
True. Yeah. Now, do you hero power the selfless
Rodeo.
instead?
Yeah, I think hero powering selfless is no. No, I think I would still go for the generic. Wow, Greedy took the money for himself. Oh, you could hero power Spore. Slow down there. Hero power Spore is not crazy. You do lose the reset though. Yeah, it's tough. It's a decent board though for Jeef.
Well, he's into what? Naga?
Naga, yeah.
Yeah, I mean the reset's the safer, right?
Yeah, reset's just safer, and as long as your deflectors are bigger than the rest of the boards, then you're kind of okay regardless. Yeah, that's the weird thing about the selfless. There's a good chance the selfless just hits your deflecto. Yeah, then you lose the reset anyways. Yeah.
All right. So they still have their reset. I think they're gonna be okay.
Yeah,
They're definitely not
they
dead.
win, right? Because this is already just their first board, and they're basically cleaning up their whole thing.
Is this gonna be 15 though?
This is the second mech scam, quote unquote, that Jeef and Fast Eddie have participated in. Because in the first setup, the first round, they had this huge deflecto boards or huge divine shield board with the moose resetting, and that was just like really powerful.
Again, nobody dies.
Yeah. But now they're fighting each other. So Super JJ RDU are fighting each other.
Powers and Ben are at 15, so they could technically lose
also lose too, yeah. It's weird because Fast Eddie has no
Folding.
board. Like, legitimately has has nothing, nothing on his board here. So, it's it's very peculiar. Like, just pass him a spore, pass him the tumbleweed, and just be like, yeah, you're just poisons. But the issue is he's going first. But he's going first into Ellie, so
Or he's getting a golden foodie here.
yeah, it's pretty good. So just a rough setup to be in here.
The gems are at 14-13. They also hit a Jakari. They already have the Charlie and a support system.
But no mobster.
No mobster.
Yeah.
But their gems are going to be big on their own board.
Is he not cycling the foodie here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, he's gonna do it that way.
They kind of need a gold. I guess you don't take.
You just don't take the smuggler. Yeah. Shouldn't you sell the foodie? Not that they can see.
Yeah, I think you probably.
So here we're just looking at this board. He has this foodie with the Dokari. I'm thinking you could sell the foodie so that you can get the 2 extra gems instead of 0 gems for the next turn.
Yeah. Ooh, that is a lot of divine shields.
Yeah, but I do want to see how Fast Eddie and Jeef are faring. So we're going to take a look at their fight. So it looks like they did already lose the first round. So now the Selfless goes off pretty early. So we do lose one of the resets. And then the Cleave goes in, but doesn't do anything. So is this enough to clean up, though? And to be fair, are they losing or are they dying is another question to ask.
Miss Bowers and Benren are dead.
And it looks like RDU and Jeef were not able to kill Fast Eddie. And RDU and Super Data are not able to kill Fast Eddie, so
They leave him at 4.
yeah, leave him at 4. Miss Bowers died. They have gigantic Culvers.
Yes, they did, but the other guys have gigantic Urkel.
Okay. Fair enough. So that's gonna be pretty good for everyone else, right, in this lobby.
So Miss Bowers and Benren were actually already in 4th.
Right.
So they're gonna lock up 4th, and I believe technically RDU and Super JJ could still take 2nd if they take 1st place and Jeef and Fast Eddie take
3rd.
Yeah. Then RDU and Super JJ would take 2nd. Jeef and Fast Eddie would take 3rd.
Okay, so they're doing another catch game gambit, is what I'm gonna call it, where they're just passing catch over and over to try to pump.
Yeah, and I've got some bad news for Jeef and Fast Eddie because they're the ones who queued into Sevel and Spidey this turn.
I mean, it might be good news, right? Because their day is over. If you really think about it.
Sure.
It's been a long day.
It has been a long day, but might be a couple $100 difference in placement.
We'll see. Just be better. Be stronger then. They do have like 86 attack deflectos, so not a negligible amount of shields.
They don't cover, unfortunately.
You don't think they cover?
I'm pretty sure they don't.
We're about to find out, We're about to find out. So looking at Spidey's boards, this covers for sure. I would say this covers. Gets the reset. Gets this deflecto, shields. Shields here. Trades aren't amazing. Super close to covering, right? But not enough. Now, how strong is the second guy is the real question.
Too strong.
He's not that strong. He is obviously stronger than us, but I would say it was a lot closer than you were presenting. Like if he had like maybe 40 more attack on all of his like another catch of turns, it might have been enough. All right, so we're going to take a look at the theoretically final fight. We've got Quilboars into Quilboars, most likely. So,
Yep.
Sevel just doing. I think that is the most common result when you have this board of high tier Quilboars and not a lot of like secondary things to do. There's the mechs, right? And we see Jeef trying to overcome the Quilboars with the mechs, and sometimes you can, but they were put into heavy pressure in the early game, so they weren't able to find a super clean scaling line. And especially without the mooses were really essential in the previous round where they did something similar, where the mooses were able to give them enough like currency for the secondary team. But because of the whiff on um, the sire, they weren't able to really have that secondary player giving him enough scaling to kind of do what he wanted to do. So
Yeah. So just a note here. Entering the game, RDU and Super JJ were 3 points under Jeef and Fast Eddie. So with Jeef and Fast Eddie getting 1 point for third, they're 4 points behind. So if they take second place, then that means that Jeef and Fast Eddie still take overall second in the tournament by 1 point. But if they take first and they can beat Sevel and Spidey here, they take second place instead. So this heads-up match here is to determine whether or not
RDU is
Super
getting
JJ and
second.
RDU finish in second, or they finish in third for the
Yeah,
tournament.
yeah. I don't know. Sevel and Spidey look pretty strong. I haven't seen RDUs on board, so
It got quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, okay.
the blaster does hurt
Blaster
though.
is pretty good.
Yeah.
But I will say that that golden dragon there, as it has the entire tournament, puts in work.
Okay. No reset though for the
Yeah, that does hurt.
yeah.
And it looks like it's not that big of a board behind it. It's full Divine Shield, so yeah. It does look like Spidey and Sevel are going to go first, and sweep all 4 games of the finals.
Huh.
Which means that second place is going to be Jeef and Fast Eddie. Third place is going to be RDU and Super JJ. And fourth place in the tournament out of 16 teams is going to be Miss Bowers and Ben Rin.
Pretty impressive overall, though.
Very impressive, yeah. Taking first 4 games in a row in the finals.
Sounds like something we would do. We just need to get in there. I need your camera.
Yeah. Do you want to? Well, I was gonna say, do you want to hop into their call?
Sure, we can.
Oh, they're
do
not
that.
even.
We get scammed 17%, and then we die to the ghost 10%, and we barely made it out of the first group.
You saved all the luck for when it mattered, though.
Yeah, that's the idea.
We went all in versus the ghost, and we still died to 10%. That was
So,
crazy.
out of curiosity, since we were playing this patch pretty much blind, like you have patch notes, but you obviously nobody's had a chance to actually play it.
Yeah.
What were your biggest takeaways from the 11 games that you played on the new patch here?
Duo-wise or in general?
Yeah. I mean, you can kind of take away from both.
Maybe you want to start, Sevel?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
I was thinking when I was reading the patch, like biggest change would be Murkai, maybe, but it's, I mean, in Golden it's kind of the same. Like most of the time you don't have space for 2 Battlecry, and if you go like Golden Murkai, Golden Battlecry, Golden Brown, you can do the big combo still. I mean, obviously there is no bowlers on 2, but I'm pretty sure I could have played the bowlers on 3 on Galliwix, but I mean, I kinda did. I mean, if you want to add something, Sever, I need to check the patch.
I think the meta. So honestly, the meta didn't change that much. It's just I say dragons cannot really outscale the Quilboars now for the late game with the Nightbane change, but they're still really good in duos. So we had one game that we were able to built a dragon bot like a kind of bad with double Nightbane and Nadinas, but it was still really good versus all the scam because in duos people just play scam like Miss Powers, like their team, they play duos daily, they play so much scam that it was great. And Jeef literally play only scam. Jeef literally play only scam. Like I actually blasted them once, right?
Yeah, I
actually
saw
blasted them
that.
once.
Yeah.
Because I knew they have. I mean,
It killed almost his entire board.
I was thinking yeah, if you want to finish, sorry.
no, go ahead, Skilly. I can.
I was
finish my
thinking Archimon in 4 will be like maybe game changing a bit in Duo because it's like an important piece if you want to go demons and it's easier to find in demon. But I think we didn't play like a lot of demon lobby tonight, so we never play Archimon, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I think the very key piece is if pirates are in duos, you just go 3-on-3 because pirates are insane in duos. And overall,
Pirates on
the
Pirates on
quality,
3, yeah.
the quality is crazy. Like we actually copied the pen pal with Zarek. Like
Yeah.
we actually did the play like that.
Okay.
I feel
So
like
the
also
pirates were insane.
the change on the bondless potential was pretty good because in duo like you just get the tier 4 Naga, the Storm Splitter, and if you don't even have to go to 5 to get the eyes of the Earth Murder, it's really broken. So this is a good change, I think, for duo.
Were there any heroes that you think under or overperformed based on where you expected? Because as we were spectating all the games and stuff,
There was one that stood out. Yeah.
there was one that stood out to us specifically. But because you guys play a decent amount of duos, right?
Not really.
We,
We
yeah,
practiced a bit yesterday.
Okay.
yeah, we
Practiced
did.
yesterday.
I thought you guys played a little more than a lot of the because like
Nah.
most of not I shouldn't say most, but like I would say probably 75% of the people who were playing are solo queue players, whereas the
Yeah.
other 25% were mostly duo queue players.
I mean, I used to play a lot of solo when it came out, and then I'm just focusing solo now. But yeah,
Yeah, Skilly is a specialist of duos, so
I
he
really
knows
love the
like
mod.
what to do, and
Yeah.
yells at me that I'm not buying Magnimus and Reborn, and he actually yells at me.
Yeah, 'cause we
so what hero are? Oh yeah, sorry.
yeah I was just gonna say like we just specifically for duos on ladder, Patchwork is like probably the best hero in the game. Just having the 60 health plus 15 armor or whatever your teammate has, like 75 starting health is just insane. But for some reason, the 5 games that we saw it, all 5 games, Patchwork took 4th place with having 75 starting
Oh, yeah.
health. So
Yeah, that's really funny because
I would say
because
you
there
have
is
to
no
pair it up. You have to pair
Yeah.
it up with like in tournament setting. You have to pair it up with like Gallywix or Gav. Otherwise, it's just not good enough because people are gonna be crazy strong on 10-7 already.
Yeah, I think that was a big deal. Where what happened is they play Galley like ladder, and then they take like 30 damage, and then they're like, oh, I have 30 life. I need to play safe. And then they don't have direction to actually win the lobbies. And you can't do that into these tournaments. People are too strong. So if you don't have direction, you're dead. It's not like, oh, I have direction, I can get top 4. No, top 2, you're dead. So
Yeah,
that's kind of the
like,
issue.
We
I
died
feel
to
like
the ghost.
I feel like Zerek
That,
is
that
like
can tell a lot. There's no
really-
free turns in duos.
Yeah, I feel like Zerek is really insane in duo also. Like we played it a lot when we train a bit with Sevel, and it was always so good. Like it's the same as Goya. I feel like Melus is really good, and you guys play it a lot. I feel like it's a very good support hero.
is that specifically elemental lobbies, or you don't care?
Most of the time I just
if you
don't
want
care. I just play Melus like using the economy to help my teammate. Usually I play it because I have a plan. My teammate is I don't know the Naturius for example, and I can accelerate him or something.
Makes sense. Because it's 3 gold to buy and pass as opposed to
Yeah.
4 gold.
And if you have like an early show on Melus, it's like one of the best support hero in my opinion.
I can see it because essentially when you buy a minion, you pass it. You're basically just buying a regular minion.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
So if you don't need to roll that much and you play
Yeah.
it smart, it can be really useful.
Yeah, early game it's really powerful because you're barely rolling early. So the early game,
Yeah.
you really get to just abuse Millhouse with the, and then later
Yeah.
on, what's not fair is you change the hero power and you're done. So it doesn't even, you
like,
don't
for
even
instance,
lose the downside, or you don't even.
or later on, if there is elemental, you get a setup where you get infinite roll because of the Feast
new-
of Fresh Water.
yeah, the
then,
fresh water.
yeah.
Yes. So you
Or
basically play
the-
Millhouse as Goya the first like 6-7
Yeah.
turns or whatever.
Yeah. That's the idea.
Yeah, we had the Sire and Lamps. We had Sire Lamps, and
Mm.
I was Milhouse as a support to
Yeah.
help him finish the quest, and he did
I-
like
I had-
20 triples.
Yeah, I had to play 14 Quillbore or Elemental to get it online. So with Sevel and Milos, we could make it like on turn 7, and then it went crazy.
That's something we can actually use in our game, so I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we don't
What
really
a
play a lot
Sire.
of Millhouse.
Sire is S tier. Like in this tournament, people high roll the quest, or maybe the hero is just good.
There,
Yeah.
someone took a Parasol.
Parasol in the
Yeah,
last game.
in the last game.
It was fast Eddie, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
everyone had temporal tampering, double tavern spells, and they get the 8 HP or a 10 HP stealth OP.
yeah, it's just not fair.
Yeah, you're kind of you're rolling the die and hoping it doesn't come up as one whenever you pick the hero. Because there are some non-hero power Sire games for sure, where you just play the game with 38 health and no hero power.
Yeah, but I think it's fine in that, like, if you know you have a bad hero, you just play normal and just hope that you're not dead early or so.
Yeah. All right. Was there
Yeah, but-
anything you had to ask, Collins? or-
Yeah. So thanks for everything for playing. Like the level tonight was incredible. So, sometimes we are super strong. Yeah, like we have a very good early game. We are super strong on turn 5, 6, 7, and we take 15 because we face some crazy spike turn. Like it's really fun.
Yeah. I have to add, the Hollow Rover nerf did nothing. The card is so busted.
Yeah.
It's not even funny.
Yeah, if you
It's
get it early.
crazy.
Which card?
It's
The
actually
free
crazy.
magnetics.
Hollow Rover.
Yeah.
Oh,
five
sure.
drop.
Yeah.
They make it 3/5. That doesn't.
It doesn't do anything.
The
Yeah.
card is
No.
just so fucking broken.
Yeah.
Sorry about swearing.
It's okay.
Like, people had on 10-6, like the Rover, and you just have like full board of 200s on 10-9. It was insane.
Yeah, especially in duos, since you have double magnetic synergies once you go to 6.
Yeah, once you go to
Yeah,
6.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, it's actually relevant. Like we practiced yesterday, and we
Mhm.
did some more Merkai Clanker Junker. It was crazy, but obviously they nerfed the Merkai today.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still
Uh,
playable for sure.
Yeah, the stats were insane because like a 40-40 additional magnetic in the pool is just insane for that strat. Probably the best in duos, I would say, if you can get it going, but maybe not anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, and in the early lobbies, we had duels players in the qualifiers to participate, right? So that might be like why you were getting like heavily tempoed out. And once you get into the finals, like you're now against like streamers that are like a little chill, you know. So you're like, oh, we're getting tempoed out in the first lobbies, and now everyone else is like, oh, I'm just gonna do nothing.
Oh,
for
you're against
Keaton.
chill streamers and Jeef.
Yeah.
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 Jeef, I mean, Super JJ and RTU, like they stay on Tavern 3 and they
Yeah,
play
yeah,
Max.
yeah. They were
One
killing.
way.
Yeah, they were trying to kill everyone. I agree.
That was like, we are like, what the hell? By the way, this is the first time we played the Quillbore strat in the last game.
Yeah.
The tier 5, the tier 5
Oh,
and
it's the most broken card in the
Reddit.
game.
according to Reddit, it's the best card ever, but
Yeah.
like we played this and it was like kind of weird. I
You
don't know,
need
I was just
you
quite
need like
excited about it.
Drakari and stuff with it.
Yeah.
It's better if dragons are in because if you have like say you have like Drakari and the tier the tier 5 Quillbore, and you can use the 4-drop dragon that triggers end of turn. With Drakari it triggers it twice, so you're putting like 30-30
yeah.
on your
Yeah.
teammate's
Oh
board.
yeah,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously, we did a Merkai efficient engineer comms with dragons, and they
We-
basically go like 5,000 HP and infinite attack.
Yeah, if Dragons was in Sevel, it was the next step of our comp. Like instead of scaling with the foodie, we
Yeah.
could pass the engineer. We give you Baran
Yeah,
Drakari.
like-
Yeah, I can see how it's
efficient-
it's super
the efficient-
crazy. Yeah,
The efficient engineer strat with this 3-drop, the the roar guy is infinite scaling basically. You go to like stat limit basically with that comp. So I'm yet to pull that in solo, but I did close with Nether Drake, and you get like infinite attack and 1000 HP. That's like at the end.
With
So I
all
assume that's
divine
the best strat in
shields.
duo.
Okay.
I assume that's the best strat in duo, right? The Merkai, Efficient Engineer, Drakari, you spam the tier 3 and you get infinite stats. I mean, I guess you can get scammed, but there's Nadina for dragons, so probably cannot even lose with that strat.
The tier 3 is which one? The roaring route?
The roaring
Okay.
route,
Yeah, the
one that
roaring
puts
route.
the
Okay.
echoing
Then
roar.
that makes sense.
Like, you were able to prog it 75. Someone did the math, like pre-Merkai, you can prog it 75 times. Like you end of 10 effects, right? So like you do that each 10 and you spam more of these roars. So basically
Yeah, it's exponential.
builds 100,000 stats in 2 10s, and it's like, what the fuck?
In the qualifier, we saw someone doing the golden 4-drop dragon.
Yeah, the
Mercury and the
Order,
5-drop,
right?
right? Yeah.
And the 5-drop mech. They were just putting 800, 800, like filling their hands with 800, 800 magnetics every time.
Yeah, that was super cool.
Yeah, this 5-drop mech is really good if you can abuse it with the engineer.
Yeah, the
Even
Dragon
even
Knight-
if your
Dragon
end
Knight
is full, it's still scaling, so you can scale it to the moon.
Yeah, there's a lot of powerful
then-
stuff with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in this tournament it was too slow. The Dragon Knight was a bit too slow, I guess, in this tournament. Like,
Yeah, this was a
And then-
very. I mean, turn 10, turn 11.
Look at
is
the
game
lobby.
driven.
yeah, 10-10 ended on 10-10 lobby. It was just like, wait, what?
Yeah. Like,
I mean, we got Goya and Galliwig, so I mean, it was the nuts. That's why it took only 10 minutes.
Yeah.
you also got
Sealing
Fran. You also
People
got
were
Fran
not
Galley.
happy.
Yeah. That wasn't fair.
That was a bit unfair,
Yeah.
to be honest. But we
But
won
you
the other
almost
game
played
too,
that
so
game.
Yeah,
To
you
be
won
fair-
all the games, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, to be fair though, you did drop to 7 HP, so like there was a chance you could have died in that game, right? But once you stabilize, you just win.
Yeah.
But, all right, anything you guys want to add, or any other questions, Collins?
No, I'm good.
I just want to thank you guys to host this kind of tournament in duo. Like, I feel the mod is really fun and could get a bit more. I mean, it's really good in a competitive environment, but most of the streamers don't really. I mean, you guys play it all the time, but there's not a lot of other streamers that plays it a lot.
Yeah.
So it's good to have this kind of tournament. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Thank
think most
Motbot.
people-
You have to-
Most streamers, it's more of like a for fun every once in a while type of mode.
Yeah.
Guys, you have to
Yeah.
play in one and beat us all to like put us in place.
I
would
know,
say. Like,
but
at
there's
one
no
point-
casters. Okay.
We're gonna get. Hear me out. We can hit like a Sotel. I think Sotel plays some duos. I think you can actually commentate for free.
Okay,
I think you will do that.
Imagine we
Sotel
just
is
get
actually playing
rinsed
some
in the
duos.
first round.
Some solos. He's
please.
playing BGs.
Let's
you get
not.
him. Save one person for sure. Dude, we're gonna get board control. We're gonna get board control. Force him to stream again. I will spam him. He will gonna do that too. So there you go, 2 casters. Board
Yeah.
control, the dev, so we can blame him, and Sotel, the pro caster. Let's go.
If we can talk Mott into hosting a third one, then I'd be down.
Yeah, definitely thank Motbot because he's a
Yeah,
big
both
contributor.
of these tournaments have been courtesy of Motbot. He's donated the almost $6,000 worth of prize
Yeah.
money. So, but I
I
would
have
say
to add, like,
go ahead.
I have to add, like, we faced Miss Powers in previous tournaments,
Mhm.
and
Yes.
this tournament she was kicking our ass.
Yeah.
The progress she made. So if you are duo main, like Miss Powers, like made a huge step. So I can just imagine how good you guys are. 'Cause they actually kick our ass so hard. And, like we face every game versus them in every stage, and they made such a tremendous progress. So you guys probably will just destroy us. Like I'm actually scared.
They're really good though. To be fair, like yeah,
They're like top 10-ish on the leaderboard.
in NA.
and
So
duos.
so they've gone. They're all very strong as well. So
Yeah.
it's not a surprise.
There's honestly there's like between 5 and 10 good teams in NA on the leaderboard. Like I
Yeah,
would say are like competitive.
there's more. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. You're a bear. You're I guess you're your
The thing
ranking
is-
is a little generous.
So the thing is, like, so for example, Mia, who was in this tournament, he's the guy who finished ranked 3 behind us this last season, right?
Oh, but they don't
Yeah.
play with a specific
But
person.
he doesn't play with the same guy. He plays
Yeah.
with like 5 guys that are in the top 25.
I
So,
see
like,
what you're saying. As a team,
Okay.
there's maybe 5. Okay.
Yeah. So that's there's not a lot of super competitive teams, I would say. Like,
I mean, we can say like yesterday we play tested and we lost to the undead comp. Like someone on ladder put the undead comp, the tier 4 undead, the 4/4.
Oh,
We actually
really?
lost to that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
They
But
had only
they have
them,
the
golden,
Nets
and
composition, like.
and ghouls, and the Magnimus with reborn.
Oh, okay.
And they
Well,
had the
okay.
4-drop.
And,
The-
and
double
also
the
had
HP.
the new 4-drop in golden. Like,
Yeah,
they were
they actually
summoning
beat us
300,
hard.
600 on turn 12.
Well, okay, they got the dream set up, and that's really
Yeah,
hard
yeah,
to
yeah.
do. So that's fine.
That's a good YouTube video.
Yeah.
Like, if you pull it off.
So there is a lot of great players out there who knows what's up and can do stuff like that. Because we are so impressed, actually. They did that. Actually, we're so impressed.
Yeah, I would be impressed too. To be fair, I keep looking at it, and I'm just like, it's too slow. but if you
In
have
in
everything,
the right setup, sometimes, yeah. Okay, it's
Yeah, we are making jokes. We are making jokes that they play that. And then they beat us.
we don't, I mean, they really are well there, and we didn't have enough time to outscale them. But
yeah.
it was really fun.
Oh yeah, makes a ton of sense. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in duos, which is like what makes it super fun, and playing with someone else also just make like
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no stress, at least for me. Like I'm like the stress is just annoying my teammates.
Yeah.
I did that
I mean,
today a lot, bro.
A bit. I mean, yeah. I mean, it can be stressful, to play in a tournament.
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's true.
I mean, you're playing your game, and like when you both agree to the same play, it's easy. But when you have a different opinion, you cannot argue mid-game. Like, you have to be efficient. So yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah, here's the problem. Like, you guys, play daily, so you can veto and there is no hard feelings, and we don't like really have that one. So if we disagree, we are kind of like, well, yeah, what do you do?
What do we do now? Like,
yeah, I don't know if
we
I'd say
really-
no hard feelings. Like, if we lose the first game of the day, I don't hear Collins' voice for the next 8 hours.
Yeah, because it's so painful in
Whether it's my
IMF
fault,
in-
his fault, or nobody's fault, I don't hear his voice for the rest of the day.
I just need to focus. If I'm losing the first game, I've done something wrong. I need to focus. So it's it's just like get back on track.
I understand. I understand that.
high MMR duo is like top 4 is so painful.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's like literally 8 first to break even on one course.
Yeah, you just lost
Eh?
fucking 6 hours of playing or something
Yeah.
like that. I don't know.
It's like
8
plus
out-
20 or minus 160.
It's like you're gonna pass the rest of the day just
Oh my God.
getting back to the morning
I was-
MMR.
I was getting minus 60, minus 160 and 40 when I was at 18k solo, but you guys, that's even harder. Like, I have 4 games, right? 4 top 1s, like 8 top 1s is insane.
Yeah.
I know, Collins, why you don't speak to him then for 4 hours. I understand.
Even like a second is like 2 first almost.
Yeah, it's so painful.
It's nothing to do with him. It's me. I just need to like focus.
Yeah, I played perfectly. Like, it has nothing to do with me.
Well, okay. There are some games where I'm like, oh, dude, you need to. We'll just talk about it after the game.
As soon as the call-ins, we'll have a conversation.
Yeah, because when you play solo, you can blame the chat, but
Nah,
when they do
I
it,
always
it's
blame
not
myself.
that, yeah.
There's the only way to improve. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, thank you guys for taking the time to chat with us for a little bit.
Yeah.
Huge congratulations on first, not only first, but completely sweeping the finals, all first places in every single game. So very impressive stuff. Definitely will.
I think that the last game was our best. We actually pulled off a very nice comp.
By the way, I don't know if you knew this or not, but the last game with you guys winning it instead of taking second, you actually affected the overall placements of the final 2 teams.
Yeah, I told Speedy we're gonna try hard the last, because we have to be fair, right? We have to be
Yeah.
actually fair. to other
Yeah,
people's
I
friends.
mean,
Like, he
Yeah.
wanted Torim. He wanted Torim over Warden, so we go.
no,
double
no.
tier
I was
7.
thinking maybe we can go for. I mean, we can relax. We can
Yeah,
go
he
for
wanted
something
fun.
some
He wanted fun. He wanted
fun but good. I mean, we ended up building a fun comp, but a really good one too. So
Yeah, well, I don't even mean the last game. I mean the literal last fight. Whenever you were facing
yeah.
RDU, Like if
Yeah, but that's
RDU had won that fight, they would have taken second place.
Oh, okay.
But because you guys took first and they took second in that game, they ended up taking third instead of second.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, you
overall.
guys spectated. Like we couldn't win trade. You guys spectated. We couldn't win trade.
Well, technically, you could. It wasn't against the rules, but
Whoa, it should be. Don't do that. No, I'm not allowing that.
It wasn't in the rule.
Okay.
It's already happened. It's passed. We'll have to add it next time.
Yeah, sure.
Like Miss Powers and Fast Eddie would just kill me. I had to try hard.
Makes sense.
But yeah, thank you guys for coming on. Congratulations. Obviously, if we do another one in the future, you will be invited. And
What we need to play. We need to play, dude. I'm next.
Yeah.
But imagine
I
how
think-
embarrassing it would be
especially-
for us to be.
I don't
first place
care.
every single season and just get rinsed in
I
the
don't
first
care.
round.
Regardless, it's not about that. I just want to play.
I honestly think we can get Subtle in. I think Subtle will, because he's playing Battlegrounds. I think. in
Yeah,
free
I
time.
could
He
ask
has
him
to
as well.
Battlegrounds.
Yeah,
I think
we'll,
he will do that because it's so much fun, right?
Yeah, we'll
We
talk
can get
to
ball control maybe.
we'll talk to Mott here in the new year and see what he's
Yeah.
feeling like. He's shelled out quite a bit of money the last couple of months for these tournaments, so probably give him a little break on that.
Yeah. Thank you so
Yeah,
much
obviously,
for
big
hosting
shout out, big shout out to him,
the
right?
tournament.
Yeah,
and
but maybe
shout out to
sometime
him.
next year. Yeah, we'll see. If not, maybe we can get something like community funded or something.
Yeah, that's
So-
true. That might be
do something like
possible. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. Anyway, take care, guys.
By the way,
Um,
Can I add
I-
last thing? Like,
Yeah, go for
Can I
it.
add last thing? Imagine there is Battlegrounds esport duos. That's literally the best. Like you can
It-
get comms of the players during the plays,
It-
and they argue. That's top tier content.
I agree.
100%.
You don't even need casters. You don't even need casters.
Well,
right? They just argue with
well,
each
slow
other,
down.
And then you swap.
Slow down. We've just been
Yeah.
casting for
Imagine-
6 hours.
Imagine
I'll take our jobs,
RDU,
okay?
Imagine RDU JJ just arguing
That-
with each other. That's literally.
I'm pretty sure they probably were. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. By the way, guys, send me your PayPal info so we can get the money sent to you.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you
And-
again.
I think Mod he's been in and out today,
Uh-huh.
dealing with some stuff. So it might be a little bit before. I mean, it'll be like soon, but like it might not be like immediate. So if it's not there in the next like 30 minutes, like don't freak out. You'll get it. I promise.
30 minutes. Have you seen the pricing structure of some other tournaments? You get it like a
Yeah,
month
they get it, like,
later.
a month and a half.
Yeah,
I mean,
what, 30
24
minutes?
hours, it's already crazy.
Yeah, it'll be sent to your PayPal. It'll be soon. I promise.
Okay.
But yeah, take care, guys.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. It looks to be the end of it over here, so we shall be finishing up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves. Hope you had a wonderful tournament, and we'll see you in the next one. There's the next one. I don't have camera for Saf, but he's saying, whatever he wants to say.
Yeah. I have a feeling there will be a next one, whether
Okay.
it's crowdfunded or whether it's another one that's sponsored. We'll see. Obviously it won't be for another at least month or two, I'd say, like at the very very earliest.
And we're playing. We're playing in this next
And we're
one.
playing
I-
if there's another one.
I'm not going to be watching these people. I want to play now. I've watched two tournaments and they've been fun.
Alright.
So yeah, so we'll be playing in this next one hopefully, and then other than that, yeah.